Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. You back there. Thank you. Appreciate that.
No pictures. No pictures.
No pictures, please. No, none. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sitting Ringside. This is episode number 201. 201 episodes in. That is fucking badass. As always, I am Robert. Let's go. Let's go. As always, I am Robert Villa, and with me, my homies, David Rodriguez, Mark Ambu Miller, and Rudy Lara. How's it going, fellas?
Decent.
Doing well. Busy week, always. The cleaners, they keep calling me. They reminded me I left that suit again. Still over there.
Damn, bro. You keep forgetting that damn suit, man.
And I managed to get our Rumble stream live. So don't forget, folks, you can catch us on Rumble along with so many other different platforms. Too many to rattle off here.
Mm-hmm. Way too many live streams that we're on. But you know what? That's awesome because all you got to do is just Google Sitting Ringside, Fightbook MMA, and you'll find us everywhere. All right, guys, before we get started, as always, got to give our shout outs to, first and foremost, to HKA USA. I stumbled on my words. HKA USA. Go to HKAUSA.com. Show your support to them as they show support to us and to all the fighters that they sponsor. Go check them out. Awesome gear. If you want some Fightbook MMA boxing gloves, you can see I have a white one and a black one and some MMA gloves as well. Just hit me up and I can get that shipped over to you. Also to our streaming partners, we have Triller TV, Flow Combat, ESPN Plus, DAZN, and MMA TV. Also shout out to the promotions that we work with very closely: Fight World, XFN, One Championship, PFL, Brave Combat Federation, and many more. Also, go to foxhoundfuel.com. Go to foxhoundfuel.com to get all your supplement needs. Also, we have our QR code. Go ahead and scan that as well and use our discount code. You'll get 20% off every single purchase. FBMMA in all caps. Go check them out. They got some good shit because I use it all the time. I love their products.
How about the sample pack, Roberto? It's only $9.95.
It's only $10, and then you get 20% off of that too. So it's cheaper than that.
Like $7.
Yeah, go ahead and go. Just go buy it. Check it out. See which flavor you like, and then you'll be able to, use it. Also to our to the fellas, our boy John Tyler. He's coming out with some good stuff, man. So go check him out. If you want to get some awesome, comfortable underwear, go check him out. Get 20% off your purchase as well every single time. Just use our discount code in all caps, Fightbook. If it doesn't work in all caps, just use Fightbook and you'll get a nice discount.
Hey, we need to tell Mr. Tyler we need some exclusive Fightbook Boxers edition, limited run, and necessary. Super necessary.
I will text him. I will text him. Also, if you want to get some, merch, go check out our store. You can get a hat, t-shirt, man. And if you don't see what you want there, just inbox me and I'll make it happen.
We have a UFC Fight Night card at the Apex. We have Rob. What's the UFC Vegas, or how is it labeled on this one?
UFC Fight Night 235. I mean, 236. Sorry. Yeah, it's UFC Fight Night 236.
And it is Jack Hermansson versus Joe Pyfer. Mm-hmm. And it is on ESPN, of course, ESPN Plus. A lot of short notice fights here. Rudy, we could do a full rundown on the card. We do have time.
Yep.
Starting with this poster.
It is an early start, too.
It's at 4 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Mountain.
14 fights, too, so you better make it.
Start with the first one, bro.
Oh, let's start off with the poster.
If it starts at 4 o'clock Eastern, it probably really starts like at noon. Because I've been to a couple UFC fights, and them fights go on all day.
Yeah, I think that might just be the main card start time. You're right, Joey.
Yeah, the main card starts at 3 p.m. Well, the prelims start at 3. The main card starts at 6.
Then you got the pre-com fights that are like at noon.
Yeah. Yep.
The
prelims start at 3 Central.
Well, there's fights before that too.
Before the early prelims on this event? It's just a
prelim. They're unaired.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're unaired fights. Those are the fights that are like, the
ones that I went to. I was like, I paid this much money for this ticket. I'm going to see every one of these fights. By the time the main card, I'm so shit faced drunk. It's like I'll have to catch the highlights tomorrow when I wake up because I'm not gonna remember nothing.
Fight poster. What do y'all give it?
I'll give 4. It's a solid 4 because they've used this yellow bastard shadow effect like 4 different times.
Yeah,
not a fan.
I'm giving it a 4. Not a fan.
I'm giving it a 0, dude. A big round asshole. Look. Just look at the past ones here. Look familiar? Blades and Dukakis. Adesanya, Strickland. I mean, I could go on and on. They use the same. I don't know, bro. It's lazy. You get a 0 from me.
Big fat.
They've been running. They've been running out some shitty ones though since this year started. I mean, even the Strickland
shit ones, bro.
Duplessis Strickland was
this
good.
One was pretty cool. This one looked like Blade Runner type shit.
Yeah, this one.
That's some Stranger Things vibes right there, boy.
Yep.
Yeah, that too.
It's sort of the same idea though. They're like yellow bastard shadow or the red shadow. Yellow bastard shadow.
Yellow bastard.
But yeah, there's 14 fights. So Saturday afternoon, you better be ready. You better have some sandwiches on deck. Have your Bud Light. Whatever your drink of choice is, preferably Bud Light if you're a real fight fan, because Bud Light and UFC. Yeah. But kicking off the event, Daniel Marcos. I was looking forward to seeing this guy fight. I think his fight got canceled last time. He's kicking off the card, 15-0. The odds have been heavy favor in Daniel Marcos in this fight, right, Rudy?
Yeah, he's opening up at a -210 favorite, +165 underdog for Iori Quailing. Yeah, man. Daniel Marcos undefeated, 15-0. I already won his last fight.
I got questions.
What's up?
Where's Daniel Marcos from?
Daniel Marcos is from Peru.
All right. Where's this other dude from?
China.
I'm going with Marcos. That's how I pick my fighters, dog.
Racist.
Whoever's closest to me.
And Arika Lang, I love the nickname, the Mongolian Murderer. That's probably one of the coolest nicknames I've ever heard right there.
Yeah.
Nope.
But yeah, I'm heavy. I'm high on Daniel Marcos. I think this fight is placed to kick off this card for a reason. Somebody's getting finished, and Daniel Marcos shines in a win here. He's hungry to get back in there, and he's ranked number 26 at bantamweight, so he's a little bit outskirts, of being ranked. But I think this guy climbs the ladder and gets a nice win here on Saturday.
I don't even know how to pronounce that dude's name. I cannot go for that guy.
Iori Quailing. I think I think Marcos is a little more, technical than Iori Quailing, but Quailing has that power, man. So this is going to be a good fight to open it up, a banger. I think Daniel Marcos wins this by decision, but I'm placing a bet on Iori Quailing to starch him and maybe knock his ass out, bro. It's I don't know, man. He leaves himself kind of open, and he hasn't been really that impressive since he came off the Contender Series. So I don't know, man. I like him. I don't know. This seems like a tough matchup for him.
Yeah, and moving on to early prelims, we got Haider Amil against Fernie Garcia. Haider Amil, number 10 at featherweight. He's 8-0. I believe he came from the Contender Series and previously the LFA featherweight champion, I believe. Fernie Garcia is fighting for his job. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. And this is a tough, I don't know, Fernie Garcia with 3 losses in a row. And I think
it's not that tough, bro. It's a easy unanimous decision win by Hyder Amil. Fernie, you know, he's a tough guy to finish. That's why his 3 losses back to back were all decisions. He is a moderate favorite. Can you believe that? Minus 245 favorite for Garcia and a plus 185 underdog for Amil. I guess they figure he's coming in kind of green, man. Fresh off contender series win against somebody who's been in there for a while. Although he's never had a win in the UFC, this might very well be his first. But I don't see that happening, bro.
No.
I got the American.
Yeah, moving up a weight class, job on the line. He could pull a crazy upset, but I'm picking Amil by no judges necessary. That one.
Nope.
So, moving on to prelims, light heavyweight action. Zach Pauga versus Bogan Guskov, and it's number 54 against number 63 at light heavyweight. Not a big care here. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
no.
Goose got by nasty finish. That's all I gotta say.
Nah.
Nope. America.
Yeah, I'm going Zach Pauga, dude. He's a minus 130, minus 135 favorite.
The one dude looks like what's his name?
Anthony Smith.
Yes, can't like that guy.
And Bogdan Guskov is a plus 115 underdog, slight underdog. It's almost even, man. I don't know, man. Guskov is not impressive at all, bro. At all. Volkan Ozdemir subbed his ass out in his debut. Zach Pauga has been. He's not impressive either. He's just kind of boring, bro. He will just lay and prey on you, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to grab a hold of Guskov and just fucking wrestle fuck him, dude, the whole fight. And it's going to be boring. Zach Pauga by decision.
Yeah, no, it's 3-2. I'm with Mark. I'm going with Guskov. A lot of his fights end in the first round. So if it goes past the first, Pauga. But I'm locking Guskov on Tapology. So. Moving on to prelims, we have men's welterweight Jeremiah Wells versus Max Griffin, and it's kind of like they're fighting themselves, right? Like, because Jeremiah Wells has fought some junkyard dogs lately, and Max is seemingly a junkyard dog, right? And
Max is a dog.
Hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see which one's blacker.
Show me your dick.
Yeah, which one?
The bigger one. That's what I'm going
Jeremiah.
for.
Jeremiah Wells, look, he's coming off a win over Court McGee and then Matt Semmelsberger, back-to-back junkyard dogs. And then he was a big, I think he was a heavy favorite against Carlston Harris, gets choked out in the 3rd round. And he's kind of he has a really long frame, short arms. Max Griffin, any type of fight he's in, it's an absolute dog fight. You know what I mean? He's a little bit older, on the older side, but he has great experience. Both guys are, it's 26 against 27. Great matchmaking. I like the fight.
Does it show their age?
Yeah. Wells is 37. Griffin is 38. So they're kind of up there. Minus 180 favorite for Jeremiah Wells. Max Griffin is a plus 150 underdog. They both dropped their last fight. I don't know,
They're
man.
both Americans, so I'm hoping it's a double KO.
As far as who's more technical, Max Griffin is definitely 100 times more technical. So I think he's going to cause problems for Jeremiah Wells. Jeremiah can't starch him if he catches him, but that's going to be a hard thing to do. I think Max Griffin wins this fight by decision.
Yeah, I like that prediction.
I'm going for Griffin KO, TKO round 3.
Yeah, no, both. Yeah, I could see Griffin finishing the fight early too, because Wells has been caught. He has been knocked out. Griffin, man, he's a dog, man. This is proper junkyard dog fight of the night right here. Material.
Yep.
Moving on, light heavyweight action. Devin Brown Bear Clark. Does he still go by Brown Bear? Against Marcin Prachnio, and I can easily see Devin Clark just grind Marcin Prachnio to pieces in this fight and win a decision. What do you guys think?
Too, man. I think Clark is gonna just manhandle Prachnio to a decision win, man.
City.
My last name is Clark, so I'm going with Devin Clark. America.
Yeah, Devin Clark, the American minus 190 favorite, plus 160 underdog for the Polish Marcin Prachniał. They both dropped their last fights.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably less than 8 months. I think their last win was about 11 months each ago. So I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of Devin Clark. He's kind of boring, but so is Prachniał.
Can you imagine? That's got to be a mind trip for them. If the last time you fought, you lost, and you got 11 months to simmer on that.
Yeah, I mean, their last win was 11 months ago, and their last loss was about six months and 8 months for Clark. Okay. So, yeah, but still, I mean, your last win was almost a year.
Find that winner circle, so I'm like, man, that would.
Yeah,
well,
man.
I'm going for Devin. He's a local guy. He's here from Albuquerque, so I can't go against. My boy.
Take him to dinner then, Robert.
I will. If he wins, Devin, if you're listening, bro, I'm gonna take you out for dinner. Okay.
And his dad will be. Yeah, his pops is always yelling crazy in his corner too, so expect that to happen.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna pick Devin Clark decision. Like I said, that's more than likely the outcome. So.
Yep.
It's a sandwich night, baby. Sandwich night. Not that fight. I'm just saying it's a sandwich heavy fight night.
Yeah. And moving on, the prelims, women's strawweight, Luma Lukbuni versus Bruna Brazil.
Look at me. Look at me.
She's been out for quite some time, but still holding a ranking at 18 and on the cusp of being ranked in the top 15, but it's women's strawweight. Like you're always 2 fights away from a title shot in that weight class. So
look at me.
What are they, 115?
She hasn't. Yes, her last win was a rear naked choke, 44 seconds in round 2 over Elise Reed. Elise Reed has been cut from the UFC, right? Or she's still an active UFC fighter, but
so it's yard dart 1 versus yard dart 2.
I'm gonna pick Luma
across the yard.
The decision, Luke Buni, written all over this fight, right? Who else has got Brazil?
Oh, yes.
I got Brazil, bro.
I think Brazil's got Brazil. I don't got Brazil. I got Loma Luke Buni. Minus 245, moderate favorite, plus 200 underdog for Bruna Brazil. Luke Buni's coming off a two fight win streak. And Bruna Brazil, her last loss, I mean, she's won her last fight, but her last loss was somebody that Luke Buni beat. She beat her by unanimous decision. Denise Gomez knocked out Bruna Brazil. And I don't know, man. I've never really been too impressed with Bruna Brazil. Luke Buni has always impressed me every time she fights.
So that girl's last loss was a knockout?
Yeah, her last loss was a knockout. Yep.
What was the other girl's last loss?
Last loss for Luke Buni was decision. All her fights are pretty much decisions, with the exception of her last one. She won by submission. So I'm definitely going Luke Buni by decision.
Brazil decision.
Yeah, I'm going with Brazil.
By decision.
Neighbor. I'm going with the neighbor.
Yeah, moving on. Still on the prelims, of course. We have a short notice fight, like literally as short notice as possible. I believe
48 hours ago.
Yeah. Timothy Kuamba versus Bolaji Oki, who's fresh off a win. I think he won by a pretty violent head kick, right? He's trying to make that bank, man. You know, he wants to get he's trying to double down, on himself. And sometimes that can backfire on you because the guy is actually moving up a weight, is he going down or moving up a weight class? Because it's lightweight on Tapology.
Kuwamba, he's moving up.
Yeah, he's moving up. So see, I don't have a good read on this bout. Like, Oki just fought. Like, is he still in fight shape, or did he, you know what I mean, go eat a bunch?
Does that say he's 5'10" or 6'10"?
He's 5'10".
5'10".
And Kuwamba's 5'9".
I was about to say, if he's 6'10" and fight at light, sheesh.
I know, right?
See, there aren't any fight odds on this one. Let me see if there are on the betting. Yeah, I don't even see these guys on the bet.
Well, it's because they just got announced. That's why.
That'll probably be updated tomorrow. But Oki on Tapology score, he's 90%. People have him winning this fight. I do too. I think it's going to be a violent ending. Not going to be a good night for Kuwamba.
No, it's not. Not at all.
Twilight. Is his nickname.
Twilight.
Just,
I'm going for
debut.
Twilight in a decision, bro.
Twilight.
See,
I ain't picking no
he's got
man
a lot
named
of
Twilight.
Yeah,
but he's got a lot going against him though. Like he's got a UFC debut, short notice,
He's
moving
got
up
a
a weight
stripper
class.
name. He's using
I
his
can't
girlfriend's
pick it.
stripper name.
Can't pick it. No way.
Twilight.
I'm going for the American. Sorry.
He's like, babe, I need a nickname. You can use mine, babe. Twilight? Oh, shit, I guess. Twilight. Twilight it is.
Well, moving on the prelims.
I will never forgive you if you don't use my name. Fuck.
Just call me Sugar Britches.
Sugar Britches.
Yeah, moving on the prelims.
Good, Sugar
It
Britches.
is main event of the prelims. A guy who seemingly fights every time you turn around. Trevin Giles versus Carlos Prates. Trevin Giles is. They're using him as just like, oh, okay, can you beat Trevin Giles? Okay, you might be somebody. So that's what Trevin Giles is these days at 170. He's very chinny. I don't trust him in this fight.
I don't.
Carlos, I'm leaning towards Prates, but I don't know what the odds are. I'm gonna just.
Yeah, the odds minus 225 favorite for Carlos Prates. Trevin Giles plus 185 underdog. He lost his last fight by submission. His 2 fights previous, he won by unanimous decisions. And then he got knocked out by Michael Morales, Dricus Duplessis. So yeah, he's a little chinny, bro. I think this dude's gonna knock him out in the first round.
Well, look at the last 5 wins of Carlos, all by knockout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's knocking him out.
It's time for him. It's time for him to fall. I'm going for America.
Yeah, it's a weird matchup too, because Giles definitely is what, in the words of the great Tommy D,
He's due.
Right?
He's due.
So, but I'm gonna pick Carlos Prates though for sure, because there's some money to be made on that
they almost
underdog
look
bet.
alike.
Yeah, this is the fight to see who is blacker. We got a lot of those tonight.
These dudes are definitely
moving on.
Who's whiter?
No, they're also fighting to see who's blacker. We're talking about black hip belts here, people.
Black belt, yeah.
Black belts.
Kicking off the main card though, this fight.
The black belt hunter, Rodolfo Vieira.
I'm never picking him.
It was previously booked and canceled at the last minute for Kylo Ren got sick, right? But but both guys have passed the victory. Like Rodolfo Vieira, his cardio is going to be questioned as it always is in every fight. But he's a submission threat. Armen Petrosian is a point fighter. He can just grind it out to a decision. So it's either Rodolfo submission first round or Kylo Ren decision, right? What do you guys got?
As long as Superman he's fighting Superman, right? Armen Petrosian?
Yeah, Armen Superman
Petrosian. So Armen, if Armen is able to stay on his feet at least to the mid-second round, he's got it in the bag. Because Rodolfo Vieira's cardio is garbage, bro.
But what if he comes in like a cardio king?
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
He's not coming in like that. You know that already. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, the betting odds are near even, dude. Minus 115 for Vieira, minus 105 for Petrosian. I don't know, 2-fight win streak for Petrosian. Rodolfo won his last fight against Cody Brundage. Yeah, man, I like what you're saying, David. If he takes it down, it's going to be a long night for Petrosian. But Petrosian's a hard dude to get down, bro. He's like you said, a point fighter. He's a little more technical in the strike. Well, a lot more technical in the striking. I think he's got what it takes to keep it standing, break this dude fucking down, wear on his cardio, and probably finish him in the 3rd round. So I'm going to pick Petrosian by finish in the 3rd round.
Well, you see how that dude's got that cut right there in his chest, that split. That boy he's toting too much muscle.
Yeah, man, he's got way too much muscle, and the dumb thing about this guy
when I did jiu-jitsu, I love when new kids came in there and they were all jacked up and looked like they were pumped up full of air. Because if you could weather that storm, that first 2 minutes, they're done.
I mean, dude, as skilled as this guy is, he never takes it to the ground for some reason. He just wants to stand and prove that he can do it, and it's like the dumbest shit ever. Like, bro, you walking
won't
around
work
with
in this fight.
all that muscle.
No.
That's just dumb. You need to rely on your strengths, and he doesn't do that. He's not a very smart fighter, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that poor fight IQ.
Dumb as shit.
Yeah, it won't work in this matchup against Petrosian. I'm blocking in Armored Petrosian decision on Tapology. So. Moving on the main card, my favorite fighter, Michael Johnson.
Yes.
Against Darius Flowers. I mean, Darius Flowers has fought at 4 different weight classes. Like, how did this guy, like, eventually he's down at lightweight now? He was taking
What was his last
catchweight
loss?
fight.
What was it from?
His last loss was against Jake Matthews. Beat him down. Yeah.
What were his wins? Are they by KO?
Yeah, they were KOs. He's got power, man. He's got power.
I'm going with Flowers because he got that stupid tattoo.
But keep in mind, though,
enough to put that big dumb tattoo right in the middle of your chest. I mean, you got to be able to fight.
The Gracie.
But keep in mind, though, Darius Flowers had like a boxing career where he went 1-10. Michael Johnson has been known to just be. He's still got the speed, you know what I mean? And then he's just one of those guys where
but he's still Michael Johnson.
Yeah, he is Michael Johnson, absolutely. In this fight, I could see him get caught early. Darius Flowers. I'm going to pick Darius Flowers because I never picked Michael Johnson. But
me either.
I think Flowers could probably get. I don't know. He could get taken down and just get smashed too out of nowhere by Michael Johnson. But yeah,
I think
Darius Flowers.
This is going to be a highlight KO of the.
I'm going to do a little bit of MMA math here. The -125 favorite, Michael Johnson, going up against Darius Flowers, +105 underdog. Michael Johnson, MMA math, loss, win. His last fight was a loss, so his next one is going to be a win.
He is due for a win.
But see, though, Michael Johnson,
at all.
and he got his brain rattled too by Diego Ferreira in the knockout last time.
Of all people, Diego Ferreira, and man. So that kind of just, I'm definitely putting a bet slip on for Darius Flowers to knock his ass out. But I'm using MMA math here tonight
for the podcast.
We're going with Johnson.
I'm going with on the real bet. I'm going with
it. But Flowers is a guy that, like, look at the Jake Matthews fight. He went in there. I guess he wasn't in the best of shape. He was winging punches, and Michael Johnson has no chin. He has problems with guys that go in there and just wing shots at him. I think he gets caught. So, but moving on the main card, I liked it. I like this fight, and I like RoboCop against anybody. But Brad Tavares, speaking of chin, like just chinny guys, and he's pretty much shot born at this point. Tavares has fought everybody, but Gregory Rodriguez is super confident. I heard his media day interview. He's going to use Brad Tavares as a stepping stone. As far as his seemingly like somewhat of a gatekeeper, I guess you could say, at 185, but still holds a ranking of 22. Rodriguez.
Is that RoboCop?
Yep.
Correct. Yeah. So Rodriguez for sure has got to be the favorite here.
Yeah,
he could somehow go to the judges, but
no way, dude. -240 favorite for Gregory Rodriguez. Brad Tavares a +200 underdog. Brad Tavares went to decision with Chris fucking Weidman, bro. And his last loss was a KO to Bruno Silva. Dricus couldn't take him out, which is kind of weird. That was the unanimous decision. But Gregory Rodriguez, this dude, I mean, the only way you put this guy out is by knocking him out. And Brad Tavares, let's be real, this dude doesn't have the power to do that. He's got the skill set to take him to a decision win, but I don't think that's going to happen, bro. Gregory is, I think once he gets a hold of him, dude, it's fucking all over. He's either going to knock him out or club and sub.
My American pride says Tavares, but I know RoboCop's going to stone his ass.
Yeah, there's nothing more American than RoboCop, so RoboCop it is.
Dropped it. Yeah. As long as he fights smart too, because RoboCop does have like a deadly like submission game on the ground, and like if he does in fact get a takedown, like Rudy said, a ground and pound could be the likely outcome. But he's
another one of those guys, bro. Like Rodolfo Vieira, he's not a smart fighter. You know, he's skilled, but you would think, hey, as skilled as this guy is on the ground, why doesn't he ever do that? He wants to stand and bang, and that's why he loses, because he gets caught by a guy who likes to stand and bang, someone with fucking hands. And Brad Tavares is not one of those guys.
Yeah. Moving on, the main card. I don't know why this fight is placed where it's at. Ihor Porteria versus Robert Brzyk. And
bro, Robert Brzyk.
Is that Tim Means?
Dude, Robert Brzyk is a fucking beast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He fights.
That's Tim Means' his older brother.
He fought in that organization Octagon. Man, dude, he was just starching people.
Well, I don't see no red in his column, so
I'm going for Brzyk, man. This guy's one to look out for.
Yeah,
it's a showcase fight, bro.
He's fighting for his job here. I think he hit the scene when the Ukraine Russia war started, dude. So they were putting a lot of hype on this guy. That's probably why it's on the main card where it is right now. They're like, we gave another $60 billion to Ukraine. Let's have this motherfucker fight on the UFC in the third fight.
I was about to say, we gave so much money to Ukraine. They need to get that dude some better training.
Right? Fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Robert Brzyk.
It makes sense for the win. Yeah, it makes sense to try to showcase.
I'm not saying fuck
Brzyk.
this guy because he's Ukrainian. I could give a shit about that. Fuck this guy because he sucks.
Yep. Brzyk is gonna put a fucking stamp on this guy, man.
Well, hell, he doesn't do nothing but fight polar bears and punch old holes through glaciers. I'm going for Poland.
Poland.
No. Co-main event of the evening. Who knew Andre Fili would be a co-main event in 2024? But
better
came off a pretty quality
last one.
Dan Ige is a fucking gatekeeper, right? He's right there. You got to go through Ige, Barboza, and then like who else? Josh Emmett to get to the belt, right? So Andre Fili, he's fought who's who too, man. Like what is he? 23-10 now.
Yep.
Ranked number 24. Ige, surprisingly, is still 13, and of course we're looking at Tapology. He's probably ranked like 11 or so in the UFC. But oh man, Andre Fili, chinny, somewhat shop worn, but looked really good last time out there. I can't pick a Dan Ige fight correctly to save my life. Let's start by that. So.
I don't know if there's if Fili's going to be able to finish Ige, but I'm going to go for a decision win for Touchy Fili.
I'm going Touchy Fili.
Yep, minus 175 favorite for Dan Ige, plus 145 underdog for Andre Fili. Ige dropped his last fight against Bryce Mitchell, unanimous decision. Andre Fili won against Lucas Almeida, somebody who a lot of people didn't think he was going to do that, man. But I got my faith in the team alpha male prospect here in Andre Fili. I think he's I don't know, man, just lately he's done great, man. He fought against Bill Algeo, won a decision. Nathaniel Wood, that was a unanimous decision for Nathaniel, but he took it to decision. He won against Lucas Almeida. He's looked like he's improved every time, man.
Yep.
And Dan Ige, I mean, he looks the same. He's a badass, but he hasn't really changed much. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I think Andre Fili is going to ride that wave and probably going to be a win. I think
some of those older fighters get stagnant.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, they're Fili is actually older. He's 33. Dan Ige is 32. And yeah, like you said, some of these guys get stagnant, man. They don't really change. And Andre Fili, man, the past year, maybe 2 years, I've seen him like just change, man. Change his whole demeanor, the way he talks, the way he acts, and the way he trains. And you could definitely see it in his fights.
Yeah, Dan Ige has been around since RFA, he made his debut.
I'm going underdog, bro. Underdog. I'm going to go with some stupid pick, second round KO. Not going to happen, but I'm going to do it.
Andre Fili KO? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to lock in Ige because I can't pick his fights right. I got to get one right one of these days. Ige by decision. Moving on to the main event, Jack Hermansson versus Joe Pyfer. And the matchmaking, I get it. It's Jack Hermansson's 14. He's still up there in ranking. Joe Pyfer, 19. He's a hungry lion, climbing the ladder at 185. Dana White loves him. That's why he's in the main event. And I don't know, man. Jack Hermansson, what is his path to victory? Maybe a submission, right? Or what?
Yep.
Right.
Submission.
I mean,
Was it Joe Pyfer? Was he the one that was on Contender Series?
Yep.
yeah.
He fought against Ozzy Diaz a year and a half ago. And ever since he's been in the UFC, he's just been smashing people. He smashed Alan Amadovsky, Gerald Mearshart.
He's the one that gives them corny ass post fight interviews.
Is he?
Yeah, they're kind of corny.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm going for cornball in this one.
Cornball.
Pyfer.
Yeah, I think Pyfer's gonna body bag another guy. He's a minus 225 favorite, plus 185 underdog for Hermansson. Yeah, man, Hermansson just got starched by Dolidze. He won a decision against Chris Curtis, which I don't think he should have won. He lost to Sean Strickland in a split decision. Edmondson, but he really hasn't done much, bro. He really hasn't done much.
No.
He had a lot of skill. It's another guy who just got stagnant, man.
He's one of those guys that fights just so he can get dates back where he's from. Yes, I'm a UFC fighter. Oh, right. Not a date. Okay. Don't look at my record. Don't look at my record.
Yeah, don't look at my record.
Yeah, and
I didn't say I was a good fighter.
Don't look at my topology.
Exactly. Yeah, correct. And I mean, like, this is a win where if Pyfer does do it in brutal fashion, which I think he will. I mean, look at the names that Jack Hermansson's fought. He's fought Thiago Santos, Mearshart, David Branch, Cannonier, Weidman, Gastelum, Marvin Vittori. So that's the who's who at 185. And then I guess, where he's at in his career. I mean, shit, this is the matchup that Joe Pyfer should not lose. But how pissed would Dana White be if Hermansson just starched out Pyfer?
Oh, dude. He was shit his pants.
They didn't say that shit.
Be like breaking news. Jack Hermansson has been released from the UFC.
Yeah, next week, right? Yeah.
Next week.
Shit, next day.
PFL. The PFL stamp on the plate right there. There it is.
He gets cut the next day, and then on Monday night we see the report. Oh, signed by the PFL.
Yeah, so if you put a $5 bet on all the favorites for the night, yeah, you're looking at some easy money. I mean, if you do all bets, it's like what, $1,300, bro. $1,320 for a $5 bet if you go all favorites parlay for this event.
Wow.
If Jack Hermansson gets starts, I'm calling it right now. He's booked for Derek Brunson instantly next week in PFL. So.
Damn, shots fired.
Hey, they need people. They need people over there at the PFL.
Well, not no more now that they got the full roster of Bellator.
That is true.
Yeah, but I definitely see Joe Pyfer like violent KO, maybe even just a submission first round. I could easily see that happening. So, but we have somewhat some sandwiches early. Some great there's some veterans on this card. You got Michael Johnson, Brad Tavares, and
sandwiches early, chicken wings during main card.
Yeah. A good way to put it, But yeah, hopefully, I mean, definitely don't miss this. I mean, it's a good card. I mean, it's a quality card. The UFC 298 card next week is super legit. We got Alex the Great defending the belt against the surging contender and Ilia Topuria. So looking forward to breaking down that card and seeing if we actually do get a fucking UFC main event announced. Finally, right? Like,
Bird up.
We're waiting.
Bird up.
I meant to ask earlier when I jumped on. How's my audio quality?
It's good. Perfect. Sounds good.
All right, good. Because
good.
Thanks to Robert, he helped me with the whole restream thing, so I can start my podcast again. Because we took almost a year off. Because it was just
nice.
The guy I do my podcast with, 40 minutes south of me. It got too much of a headache. It was just like he was always having audio problems recording. And I was like, and I saw y'all's pod. I'm like, how the hell they got 4 people on here from different places? And it's like perfect. So I hit him up and he told me about it. And here's my $25.
Yes, sir. And bro, we're able to stream in fucking platforms that we didn't even know existed.
Oh yeah, when I saw the list, I'm like, what the hell is all this?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Sign up for that. Sign up for that. Sign up for that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the part of the show where we talk to Mark about why he shaves his head and looks like a neo-Nazi. Mark, take it away.
Just shave my head because I do. Fuck off. I'm not a neo-Nazi. Just because I got German blood doesn't mean I'm a Nazi. Fuck.
Wow.
It's either Nazi or Lurch. One of the two.
Lurch. Oh, shit.
My nickname's Uncle Fester.
No, your nickname is Hannibal Lecter, remember?
Hannibal
Lecter. Fucktard.
Hannibal Lecter.
Fuck you,
Bro,
really.
you know that
Hell,
other
I
night,
used to shave my head religiously, bro, so I get it until my
Dude,
brother
we,
made a comment about something like, "Oh, you're going bald." I'm like, "What?"
we did a podcast, and I think it was episode 200, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
I took some edibles, and I didn't really look at the packaging. And I was so jacked up, bro. I was just laughing the whole fucking time. These guys would ask me a question. I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Me and Scooter want to do the podcast on Blue Chews.
Oh man, good luck.
No, episode 200 will go down in history. Of course, Rudy Lara. Now we know, our listeners know, but yeah. Go back and check that out.
It's going to go down in history where Rudy Lara was baked as fuck.
My boy was litty as my left titty.
Yes, he was.
Well, it still doesn't top the first Who You Got that we did, and I had COVID. It was like a 5-hour stream.
Oh,
that was insane.
Dude, that was horrible.
That was fun, but yeah, not afterwards.
Did he even take a shit break?
No, we didn't.
I just shit his pants. He said, "Fuck it, I'm dedicated." Here I am.
Powered through that shit.
We might,
5 hours.
we might do another Who You Got for 300, a fight companion, for 300. So
that'd be a good one.
Yeah. We did it for 5. It was 5 to 6 hours straight, and we didn't take a break. We were just sitting here watching the event.
Dude, it's crazy when you can get with your boys and y'all can all shoot the shit. Time flies like it's nothing.
Fuck yeah, it does. Yeah. It does.
It's like, damn, it was just 8 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 8 o'clock at night. Fuck. Where's this thing on?
Yeah, as usual, we go over time here every week. So
we do. We're already 20 minutes over.
Hey, y'all make the rules, man.
3 big balls. Look like we playing 10.
No, I ain't gonna sing that song.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for our show, fellas. We would just want to give a shout out to everybody that was commenting in our stream, and of course, Joey for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Joey, anytime you want to jump on, man, just hit us up.
Holla.
We'll send you the link. Just hit us up, man. Just DM any of us, and we'll throw you the link, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
You can talk. You can talk with some fighters and talk to our guests.
Get Frank Mir on here. I got some beef with him. Why you so sexy?
Right.
Except for that one dude. Have you seen like where he had like a pinched nerve or something in his neck? Like his one arm is like tiny.
No.
Compared to his other arm. Yeah, I saw that in an interview or something. He's getting strength back in it, he said, but he had where I guess his neck was fused or something, like that it was pinched off the nerves, like he had his right arm was like shrunk.
Damn.
Oh, dang.
Wow. Chicken wing.
Wing.
I got a chance now, boys.
Yeah.
Let him talk. He would still snap my big ass.
But so thanks to everybody that's watching and or listening. Really do appreciate your support. And go to fightbookmma.com. Go.
Y'all got merch? Y'all sell the merch?
We got merch. We got everything, bro. Look at our hat.
Yeah,
we even got.
I saw that.
We even got boxing gloves, dude. We got a white one, and we got the black one. So go. Hit me up. Hit me up.
There you go. There's a Fight Book MMA. Go buy you something.
Yes, sir.
Support this channel. If you love this channel, support your homies. Go buy a shirt, a glove, t-shirt, something.
Yes. Go.
Purchase
Joey,
something.
Before
if you don't buy nothing, your mama's a hoe.
Yeah.
Daddy's a cunt.
Joey, before we sign off, plug your podcast, bro.
The Saucy Podcast. You can look it up on Facebook. You can hear it on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you have a podcast, you can find us.
And what type of podcast is it, man?
It's a bullshit one. We can make it up on the fly as we go.
We
talk about events. We talk about events. We talk about past stories. The last episode we talked about Scooter's ex-girlfriend pissing in the hallways, like in his apartment, bro. In his apartment. God. She had 2 doors to choose from. She can either choose the right door and go to the bathroom, or she go to the left door and go to his closet. Guess which door she went in to piss?
Closet.
Closet. I said, bro, you're dating cats. He said,
That's
pussy's a pussy.
There you go.
So, yeah, our podcast is all over the place. It's just sheer entertainment. Probably gonna go. Probably do one tomorrow or Saturday. We're just going to talk about the Super Bowl. Going to have my brother on, just go over the football predictions. What to look for in the game. How many times we're going to say, how many times we're going to see Taylor Swift.
Oh God.
Hopefully not.
Or we're going to take a shot every time we see Taylor Swift.
He'll be hammered. He'll be hammered by the second quarter.
Yes, sir. That's what I plan. Well, my liver's undefeated, so I'm going to challenge it on Sunday. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, man. Thank you for jumping on,
Can't wait to watch
bro.
y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Y'all
David, you know what to do, man.
Stay saucy, keep it funky. We out this beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one in the books, episode 201. We steady doing it. We were off last week, but we back, like Anderson Silva once said. So thanks to Mr. Joey Clark jumping on. For all the latest combat sports news around the world, around the clock, you know where to go. It's fightbookmma.com. To look up our previous episodes, there's 200 of them now, including the famous 200 episode with Rudy Lara. Wherever you get your podcast, sitting ringside, Fightbook MMA. For myself, Dave Rodriguez, Mark Amby Miller up north, Rudy Lara, producer at Hand Down South, and Roberto, El Jefe the Boss. We are sitting ringside. We are